Hi everyone, welcome back to another little chat with myself here in the Switch studio. I thought today I'd give you a few little tips on habitual behaviour, so exercise and healthy habits. And that's an important thing to kind of build within our plan. It's all well and good, you know, having an exercise plan and getting into the first couple of weeks and being really motivated because you just joined us at Switch and you've just joined a new exercise plan and you really love it and you do loads. But if we don't turn those new ideas and those kind of that new motivation into habits and into habitual, into something that we just naturally do all the time, then it's never going to be a long-term plan. Creating healthy habits is so important. And the way in which we create those is really, really, really essential to our long-term health, happiness, fitness, well-being, everything within our life. So let's look at a few points which I kind of want us to kind of develop as a healthy habit. The first thing is movement. Movement's one of my kind of big things that I push on clients. I don't really talk too much to clients when they first come in about how many times a week they should exercise or how many calories they should burn, how intense their exercise needs to be. The first thing we do is we look at their week and we look at their first 2 weeks or maybe their first 3 weeks or even their first month. And we look into it as how many times we can get them active. And what I try and get them to do, not have exercise, just active, just movement, getting up. And what we try to do is get a plan to just make them more active on a daily basis. It's so important. Now this can be little simple things as we walk more, we can walk to work, we walk the kids to school, we take the car out less. Or we get into the garden after school with the kids, we get out there and take them out and do something physically active. On our lunch break, if we work, do we sit down and kind of vegetate with our terrible food or even our healthy food? Do we go and sit in the staff room and sit there and try and eat our food on our own? You know what? Get out. Get outside, get some fresh air and exercise. Have your lunch, get moving, go for a walk. One, it's really good to do that at work anyway because it breaks you from that environment where we're closed and we're in all those kind of tight, stressful positions. Get out. But the most important thing is it gets your body moving. What happens is by getting the body moving on a daily basis, lots of things happen within us. Physiologically, the body starts feeling that little bit more energized. The body's a kind of crazy thing and a strange thing where the more you give it of something, the more it wants something. So the more exercise and activity that you give the body, the more it wants it. It creates energy, so you feel enlightened and you start building on that energy. The other thing that it does, it starts helping balance our hormones as well. Those feelings of kind of happiness and self-efficacy and confidence all derive from movement. We can get those feelings of happiness, of being lifted, of strength, of energy from simply moving. We don't need to do any psychological process with it. We can get up, we can get walking, we can get the blood pumping around the body, get the lungs working a bit more, and we get those feelings. And who doesn't want to feel more confident and more excited and happier? We all do. So that's another reason why we have to do it every day. The final reason is that movement and daily movement has a cumulative effect. So no matter how insignificant we feel it is, going for a 10-minute walk at lunchtime, walking the kids to school that's half a mile away or a 15 or 20-minute walk, it's not insignificant. The focus is on daily movement, daily activity, be that from exercise, be that from movement, be that from something simple that we can add into our life plan. It has a cumulative effect. So yeah, going for that 10-minute walk might not make you lose 10 pounds that day. That's all right. Keep doing it, and over the course of a month and a 2 and 3 month period, it has a cumulative effect where the body builds up those calories and it builds up that energy that's built. You feel more energized, you begin to walk that little bit faster, you begin to exert yourself a little bit more. And when you come to exercise, you train that little bit harder, you're that little bit more motivated. You know what? That has a cumulative effect, and over the month period and the 2 month period, those who do daily activity, and remember, I'm not talking about exercising every day. Brilliant if you can do that, fantastic if you can do that, but I'm talking about just daily movement, daily activity. Those who have daily activity throughout the week always achieve their fitness goals much faster. They're more disease resistant, they lose fat faster, and they grow and turn muscle tissue much quicker. The other point I want to have a chat to you about creating these healthy habits is getting happiness in your food. Make sure that you love the food you eat. Yeah, we can get that motivation. Yeah, we can go, I want to lose weight, I want to get stronger, I want to get more toned, so I'm going to eat this food because it's healthy. You know what? That's brilliant at first, but it's going to fade. So you need to start enjoying your food. You need to get a bit of happiness in cooking the food, in the flavours that you're using. And you know what? Switch is brilliant for that. Switch has got plenty of videos on there of cooking where you can watch us cook at the same time. It's live cooking. Follow those plans exactly at the same time. And also get onto different meal plans. Try foods that you've never had before. Try spices and ways of flavouring food that you never had before. Jazz them up, make them a bit sexy, and you'll start loving your food. When you get a real passion and love for cooking food and enjoying food, you're going to stick with those healthy foods much, much, much longer, rather than losing that motivation and then simply wanting to take part of the junk food. The final thing that I want to really instill on you is that knowledge is power, and knowledge is a really important healthy habit to develop. The more you understand and the more knowledge that you get from fitness, and like we've just said, from food, from health, the more you inculcate that in your life, the more you take that serious. We don't want to create a series of dependency. We don't want you to depend on us. We want you to give us something back too. We want you to help each other. We want to empower you and give you the knowledge to create your own food plans, to make your own meal plans, to create your own exercise routines. Hence why on the site we've got the build your own exercise, build your own food plans. We want to empower you, and we only do that by knowledge. Hence why we've got lots of blogs and lots of information on here. So please, if you're not looking into using us ambassadors more, if you're just using the exercise plans, then you're missing a big chunk of what you need as those healthy habits. Really focus in that knowledge is power, and knowledge is going to get you to where you want to be. So I hope you now begin to move more often, enjoy your food, and get a bit more powerful in that mind. We will see you next time. Take care, everyone.